In a world full of noise and chaos, we rarely think about the power of silence. Silence can be intimidating, it can seem empty, but it holds incredible power. This power has been recognized and studied for thousands of years within traditions such as Buddhism and Zen. Why silence? What is so special about it? Today we will delve into the history of Buddhism and Zen to uncover the hidden secrets of the power of silence. Imagine a world where every word has weight and every pause is filled with meaning. A world where silence is not just the absence of sound, but a space for deep understanding and insight. This is how silence is seen in Zen and Buddhism. In this video, we explore how silence has become central to spiritual practice and how it helps people achieve inner peace and find answers to life's most important questions. Buddhism, one of the oldest and most influential teachings in human history, was born over 2,500 years ago in ancient India. At its core lies a deep understanding of the nature of suffering and the ways to overcome it. One of the central aspects of Buddhist practice became meditation, allowing a person to attain clarity of mind and inner peace. And it was through silence that the Buddha attained enlightenment, a concept frequently discussed in Buddhist texts. Imagine the Buddha sitting under the Bodhi tree, surrounded by silence. He is fully immersed in himself, detached from the outside world. In this silence, he gains insight, realizing that suffering is an inherent part of life, but he also finds a way to overcome it. This silence, filled with inner searching, becomes the source of great knowledge, which he then passes on to his disciples. In Buddhism, silence is not just the absence of sound. It is a state of mind, free from worries and anxieties. In Buddhist practice, silence symbolizes purification. When we reject external stimuli, our mind begins to function differently. We start to notice things that previously escaped our attention. In silence, we find time for self-analysis, reflection, and contemplation. It is in these moments that our mind undergoes a reset, allowing us to see the world more clearly and consciously. Moving to Zen, we encounter an even deeper understanding of the role of silence. Zen, as a branch of Buddhism, originated in China and later spread to Japan, where it reached its peak. In Zen tradition, silence is both a means and an end. It is a way to go beyond words and thoughts to directly experience the essence of reality. In Zen Buddhism, the practice of meditation, known as Zazen, is a key element. The essence of this practice lies in sitting in absolute silence, focusing on breathing and being aware of the present moment. Here, not only physical calmness is important, but also inner silence, the cessation of the flow of thoughts, emotions, and feelings. This silence allows one to delve into the depths of their consciousness and gain clarity. In Zen, they say, "Words cannot convey the truth." This statement emphasizes the importance of silence in understanding the true nature of things. Silence in Zen is seen as a way of communication that does not require words. When a student approaches a master with a question, often the answer might be just a gesture or silence. At that moment, the student must find the answer within themselves rather than seeking it from external sources. One of the vivid examples of the power of silence in Zen is the story of a silent dialogue between a master and a student. The master might sit with the student in silence all day without saying a word. Only at the end of the day, the student suddenly realizes something important that will change their life. This story shows that true answers to important questions come not from outside, but from within, through conscious presence in silence. In the Zen tradition, stories abound of masters using silence as a way to teach their students. In one such story, a master sat with a student in silence for an entire day. At the end of the day, the student realized that the answers to his questions were not in words, but in what could be felt only through silence. This moment of enlightenment marked the beginning of a new path in understanding Zen. In the modern world, full of hustle and informational noise, silence is becoming an increasingly rare and valuable resource. We live in an era where every moment of our lives is filled with sounds, from phone alerts to city noise. In this constant cacophony, it becomes more and more difficult for us to hear ourselves, our true desires and needs. Therefore, the ability to find time for silence becomes key to maintaining inner balance.
An example of this can be modern meditation practices, which are becoming increasingly popular worldwide. People are beginning to realize that in silence, they can find answers to their questions, calm their minds, and restore inner harmony. Meditation helps bring focus back to the present, get rid of intrusive thoughts, and feel connected to something greater. In Buddhism and Zen, silence is seen as a space where true freedom can be found. In this state, a person frees themselves from attachments and fears, achieving inner harmony. Silence becomes a kind of bridge between the visible and invisible worlds, between the external and internal. In Japanese culture, Zen holds a special place where silence permeates all aspects of life. This is manifested in Japanese gardens, tea ceremonies, and the art of calligraphy. In these traditions, silence is not just a background, it becomes part of the experience, allowing one to feel the moment more deeply. An example of this can be a Zen garden, a place where one can meditate, immersing themselves in the contemplation of nature. In this garden, everything is designed to help a person achieve inner peace through contemplation and silence. In such moments, one can feel unity with nature and the world around them, gaining a deep understanding of their life and path. One of the famous Japanese Zen masters, Basho, in his poetry, emphasized the importance of silence. His haiku, filled with simplicity and brevity, reveal the power of silence in understanding the world. Silence in his poems becomes an integral part of nature and human existence. In Buddhist practice, silence helps to discard all illusions and see the world as it truly is. This experience can be both frightening and liberating, because in silence, we confront ourselves, our fears, doubts, and hopes. But it is through this confrontation that true understanding and realization come. In ancient Buddhist texts, there is often mention of meditation in complete silence, which allows the mind to be cleansed of unnecessary thoughts and focus on the present moment. This practice helps to free oneself from attachments and find inner peace, leading to enlightenment. In Zen tradition, there is a practice called Mondo, where a teacher and student engage in dialogue in silence, using minimal words. In these dialogues, what is not said, the silence that fills the space between the words, is important. It allows the essence, which cannot be expressed in words, to be conveyed. Zen also has the concept of mu, a term meaning emptiness or nothingness. This is a state of mind in which a person frees themselves from all thoughts and feelings, achieving complete silence. In this silence, the true nature of things is revealed, and the person finds harmony with themselves and the world around them. Silence in Zen Buddhism is not just the absence of sound, it is a way of perceiving the world, allowing one to see it in a new light. Through silence, we can touch what is hidden behind the outer shell of things and understand their true essence. Stories about Zen masters using silence in teaching show that true understanding comes not through words, but through direct experience. This experience allows the student to grasp the essence of things and gain a new understanding of life. In everyday life, we often encounter situations where words cannot convey our true feelings and thoughts. In such cases, silence becomes our ally, allowing us to express what cannot be said in words. An example of this can be a situation where we are next to a loved one, and there is no need to say a word to understand each other. In such moments, silence becomes a means of communication that is much deeper and more significant than any words. In Japanese culture, there is a concept called ma, meaning space or interval. This is the gap between sounds, gestures, or words that gives meaning to everything else. In Zen Buddhism, ma symbolizes the importance of silence and pauses in life. Silence in Zen practices helps to attain inner peace. Silence is not emptiness, but a space for understanding and growth. In Buddhism and Zen, it is central to helping people find inner peace and achieve enlightenment. In our noisy world, the power of silence can be our key to harmony and happiness. If you haven't tried practicing silence yet, start today, and you'll be surprised at how many new things it will open up for you. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you enjoyed it and want to learn more about similar topics, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, give us a like and share your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate your support and hope you find inspiration and strength for your journey in our videos.